Hi everyone, you're watching Jana FX, and in this video I'm going to make technical analysis for the coming week. But first of all, let me introduce the sponsor of this video, simplefx.com, which offers Forex and cryptocurrency CFDs trading. You can see this site right now on my screen, and the links to simplefx.com you can find in the description under this video. Guys, and we are starting with euro and dollar as usual. First of all, let's have a look at the bigger picture. This is weekly, and just to see what is happening with it at this moment. So we have quite a good run, and from the moment when I left the market last year, so we can see that it was going up. And so, okay, I have a little bit of here channel. You can see I could put it in the uptrend channel, but this is not exactly, I would say, a perfect one, because I used just this bottom and these two bottoms and this one top. But this could be easily changed by using this bottom and possibly this top and the other top, because if I do move it and you can see visually, so something like that, you can see that it would be based, you see, on these bottoms. I'm not going to exactly move it because you would see it anyway. What I'm trying to say is something that it's already touching a little bit of the top of this next top, you see. So we have a little bit plus minus, so you can see this could also be this way, okay. So which means what is going to happen in that part, it might be trying to turn around, but I don't want to do it this way right now, so just bear in mind it. So it's, I'm saying when I draw it, so visually I can see what else can happen, but this is what I do like a bit better for at this moment, okay, just to have the view. So what do we have here? You see, previously we had head and shoulders, right, that one, and right now, well, it didn't work. As you can see, it didn't continue, it broke the neck, but the way down it didn't happen. As I'm saying, the technical analysis has to be used with some other economical, political events to see what's happening. So, and now technically what is happening, of course, in my opinion, so when I see something like that, that we have another opportunity of building up the head, okay. So we do have enough, again, we do have a shoulder, but now it's much bigger. We see bigger picture on a weekly. It was more visible for this pattern, for example, on a daily chart. So now we see again looking like a shoulder, and this looking like head. Okay, so, and I do have a level here, which is also, if you would see this little bottom, so we will be looking at this area. So it could be possibly that is going to continue to the next level, maybe to that area, maybe just slightly below it, maybe a little bit high. So, but the concentration right now in here, and of course by the look of this view, that of course you would expect the possibility, we would be expecting of turning it around, okay, for some correction, because it had a really good and fast run up, okay. But as I'm saying, it's Forex, so you can't trust everything 100%. So that's why I would always look at any options, okay, where it can go up or down. So right now we're looking at a possible head and shoulders, so building up the head, and so as a possibility, what could happen in here, so it might not drop straight away, okay, so we'll be waiting maybe for some bit of the consolidation, a little bit of movements around this area. And that's what I'm saying, I draw it this way because then see, maybe it will stay in here for a while, okay, in this area, and then I will be looking at it to go down, okay. So it's not too far, so it could be pretty small head. That's why I would think it could be something here, but it also could break this area and continue and going up. That's why I do like this level, just to see that could be something like, you know, slow go, maybe to get to this area and then turn around. So it could be quite big head. So it's possible, okay. So of course looking at as possibilities of turning it around. So and thinking that it might be going down, okay. So based on the news, of course, and but we're looking technically. So what bothers me is, you can see, is here's the gap. So what it possibly could be that this movement might not be turning into head and shoulders, okay. So it might not be head, so it could possibly be a second top, okay. We do have one, then it could be two, of course, with some correction and possibly going down, and then it might be the third wave to finally go and close that gap, okay. So that's why from this perspective, this is all they can end up as the second wave. Okay, so this is what I see right now, and the options. Okay, one option is a head and shoulders possibly, or it could be a second top. Okay, so the second top. So what is my view, how I'm going to try to trade it? Of course, I have a bigger picture now, so again, as usual, it could go up, it could go down, but where I will be trying to look for entry points. So you see on the 1 hour chart, okay, I do have a smaller view now, so I do have from this shoulder, right? Okay, we have a shoulder area, so this is going as our head, and I have a little bit of the consolidation already here, so it does look like a channel, and of course it could also say it does look like a flag pattern. So from this perspective, of course, the movement can continue go up, okay, but as I'm saying, at the same time it could go down, but I do have the levels. That's the important part. So for me, of course, for the best would be on the 15-minute charts, okay, go and look if there will be any consolidations, the small nice little channels around either this level, okay, or around this level. So, and I will be looking to place my orders again both directions, okay, to sell and to buy. So even if it will go in like very small, for example, see, I don't have to forget about this bottom. Of course, it could stop where that bottom might be stop a little bit earlier. So I would be, of course, again, do not forget protecting. So maybe just take 10 pips and then protect yourself with trailing stops, if stops, and that's how I'm going to do it as usual. The same other way, there is enough space between these levels, and even if it will go a little bit higher, I still would have a chance to get whatever profit to come out with the smaller profit. So this is going to be my main area, and that's what I'm saying. It could be a good run to the next level, okay, so, or it could be a turning back. So I do have a lot of space between these two levels, okay, and that these two. So this is what I'm going to do. Of course, a little bit risky could be is just to place the orders, the stop orders, of course, a little bit higher than this level and a little bit lower than that level. So it's pretty risky, I would say, for me. So I wouldn't do something like that. I will be just waiting for small consolidations. But as I'm saying, of course, I might lose the moments. You see, the market will open on again on Sunday, for some Sunday, Monday, and it might be already jumps. Okay, so then I will see what's going to happen, how far it will go. Maybe it will jump inside this little channel. So we will see what to do on Tuesday then, okay? But at this moment, this is how I see the picture, and this is what I'm going to do. So, and of course, if there will be some jumps, then to see where it's going, then I would be waiting for it to come back to the shoulder area, okay? And if it will go up here, so this is going to be my level to see what's going to happen around this. I'm saying not exactly by the levels, maybe slightly a little bit lower than it, maybe a little bit higher. The same here with this level, maybe a little bit higher than that level. This is quite a good run to this area. So, but this is what we're looking at right now. So it went up. It does look like we have a bit of the flag pattern. So expecting either movements up or the movements down. So this is my levels I'm going to work with this coming week. Okay, so we are going to pound now, and so this is a bigger picture again, weekly, just to see what's happening, okay, the main picture and the levels. This is what's important. So I do have exactly the same levels. Nothing's changed since I left it. We had this the one level, the uptrend level, and remember I was telling you that technically looking, this was looking like a head and shoulders upside down, which I was saying that it does have a possibility of breaking it and go all the way, at least to this area. So this is going to be the next area if we are looking at head and shoulders, okay? So at the same time, because of the Brexit and uncertainty, I was expecting it still to actually go down and give us a second bottom, okay? So because it still does look like it could be a bottom, okay, and I will be still expecting and thinking it might go down because we do have Brexit still in the air, and of course all of these movements up gave the strength is that the Brexit could be soft, and there is a agreement between Euro Union and England, so they might came to a right decision, which is good for both sides. So of course that gave a bit of the fuel of the pound to go and have a good run. So that's what I'm saying. My thought was they still would have to drop with all the Brexit news, and the good recovery and run for pound would be after the Brexit happens, okay? And the, of course, economical numbers to see is it actually working for Britain to be outside of EU. So that's why I was still expecting it to go first. But my other scenario now, of course, just like I'm saying, is that possibly it will go up and possibly it will continue up because of the bit of the conclusion, and the date now is, they're saying, going to happen, the Brexit should happen in March 2019. So yes, I can see that it possibly can go with all this, let's say, good news, because it was all about Brexit. Is it going to be hard? Is it going to be soft to Brexit, possibly going up again? But closer to the actually exit, then it could possibly turn around, but it's going to be a while after, okay, after we're looking at it. So that's what I'm saying again, once again, it could possibly go up and it could possibly go down, which doesn't matter with my strategy. And for my points, the entry points, the most important is the levels, and we still can see the levels are on the same area. And now we're looking, so this is the bigger picture, you know what I have in mind for the bigger picture, and we do have still a good run, and of course on the smaller one, you see daily one, it went up quite a lot, so would expect some possibly correction, okay, so possibly, so at some point, okay. So right now, as you can see, it went up, it has this level, and you can see it's slowing down by this level. So what I will be waiting for in here, it's very easy for me, is just to wait for any, again, consolidation, any pattern. So wherever it gives me on the smaller chart, so then I can go and place my orders again, buy, and see it going up again. And at the same time, it will give me a little bit of whatever pattern, sell, and it might go back and be stopped by this level, or might go down, be stopped by this level or by that level. See, so it's all easy again. So at that point, it's a daily chart, we'll go on a smaller chart, so it would be better for not for 1 hour chart, 30 minutes chart, because I trade on the 15. I place my trades on the 15, 30 minutes chart. So you see around here, it will create anything, then I will go for my placing my orders. Okay, so that's what I'm saying. For the bigger picture, I'm looking at just the main picture, but as I'm saying, for those who trade months and sit on it, or buy it and sit on it, it's important to see where it's going. But when you're trading like on a smaller charts, you see it's not really that important where it will go, as long as it goes enough, and we do have the levels where to find the place the trades. Okay, place the order. So at this moment, I do not have anything placed. I'm just have a waiting time to see if it's going to give me a nice consolidation, and so I can place my order. So this is pound. Okay, now we're going to dollar yen, and we have like a lot of levels here. You can see this is the bigger picture again, weekly, and dollar yen right here now, and I do still see this a little bit of the straight channel, yeah, right here. Remember, I had this levels I left, it was looking like diamond pattern, okay, so which we can see is broke and is going down this moment. So if it is as a diamond pattern, then it should possibly continue and reach the same level, okay. Like I'm saying, it's not always going all the way, so it might be halfway, or maybe a bit even further. So if looking again at this picture and seeing these two bottoms, then that possibly will continue and reach the target area. It would be this level, so it might not be exactly in here, it might be a little bit higher around here. So what could possibly be here is it might continue its way slowly, go down and reach in this area. Okay, and afterwards possibly will start to break and go up, because at the same time it does look like a bit of well, triangle, maybe well, another one looked like a triangle pattern, which is mirroring, and at the same time, if also looking is more like a triangle, then it could possibly again reach the area and break, and then go down, reach this level, okay, where we have one of the bottoms. We do have tops of the triangle, so, and then that could be possibly the bottom, so it could still go here. Again, looking just the bigger picture, looking a little bit more ahead, okay, so not just for this week, of course, it's just seeing the bigger view on it, okay. So at the same time, so if we do have this like a triangle just forgotten the name of this pattern. You know what I'm talking about, is pennant, okay. So then it could be narrowing, okay, still narrowing down around this area, and then finally break it and go up, of course, okay, because we're still kind of in the uptrend channel. So that's what I'm saying. At this moment, I'm looking, we still have this as a target, and then it could break and then finally continue the way up again. Okay, so this is the bigger picture. Now we're going back to smaller charts again to see what could we do, expecting as a possibility of it continue way down, or at the same time is that in it's a diamond pattern. Okay, we do have also a channel. So it also could be, it was a big, well, good drop and the possibility of recovery, okay, and turning around. So on a smaller picture, this is what it could be. So to try to get to go into the trades for me would be right now is again to see after this big drop any consolidation. Okay, so I do have either this level or possibly that level, so either between. So it could end up here, maybe giving me like a triangle again, wherever. Maybe it will give me maybe it will sit in this area for a while, okay, something, because dollar yen creates quite good patterns, could be double bottom, maybe head and shoulders again. So anything that will give me around this area, then I will be looking again for placing the orders just as usual I do, because the smaller charts either buy and go back to again the same area, or maybe touching this level, or sell, which will go down, and possibly, like I'm saying, it might not be exactly here, just trying to show you the whatever area, depends how long it could be, to continue the way down, okay, and finally get a target this area, okay, this level. But just remember, as usual, like I'm saying, I'm not always going to exactly to target. I'm protecting my trades always, so close and half positions, just in case it can always turn around and do whatever it wants. But this is the picture, and this is what I see. That's how I'm going to look at it. Again, you see, it's a daily chart. Go on the smaller charts, it will be a bit more clear, because this is too big, and then you just see it's giving more. You see, it's like starting now already giving something. Maybe it's going to be triangle, like I'm saying. Maybe it's the first bottom, this is the first top, and then we'll see how it's narrowing. Maybe it will continue the way down to the next level, and see, maybe that would be the shoulder, and possibly will go into the head. Right now it's very hard to say what is in here, but this is what I'm looking for, and this is the area, okay, and the levels. So that's how I see dollar yen. That was pretty fast. Okay, Australian dollar. And the dollar, again, bigger picture, weekly, and what we have here is exactly, again, as expected. So it was good run down, where I was telling you it probably will be trying to turn around, okay, is it's in an uptrend channel. At the same time, it could have continued the way down. But, well, okay, you see, like I'm saying, with the levels, it didn't reach out one of the levels, didn't go to this one, and didn't continue to that one, which is happened. So this just turned around here and had a really good run, okay, so it had a good run, didn't have any correction. So, of course, the first thing would be, is it the time for correction? Is it the time to sell it? Well, yes, and possibly no, because, again, I need a pattern, okay? I need something like it was here, double top. Remember, we had this. It was a really good one, double top. So right now it's nothing, it just runs. So, of course, this run, it can continue running, and maybe it will reach the trend level, okay? And will give us something around here. Maybe we'll break it a little bit. Maybe you'll be stopped by it and then turn around. Of course, at the same time, it might not follow the rules, okay, might not reach target and turns around here. So we can see. Let's see again another bigger picture. So we do have here looking like a good drop before, and this is looking like a pattern. Again, flag, right? Okay, so which might give us an idea it can continue way down at some point. But at the same time, remember, again, we have a gap here. So I don't know if everybody sees the gap. Maybe you see different brokers could offer different price ranges. So this could be, well, some of you, I don't know, gap. So I can see it. And so that's what I'm saying. This could be breaking. It might break and try to go and close the gap. So see, it all depends how strong Australian dollar going to be, or how strong or weak dollar going to be. So, but at this moment, this is again going the bigger picture. Of course, before we try to close the gap, every time, just the point is, every time it goes to one another level, it's a good thing to see opportunities and calculate, like, let's say, where it can go. Okay, so if it, like, let's say, going closer, then possibly it might not have a correction yet. Yeah, it might continue the way up. So it could be, but pretty much more likely it will be slow, okay, maybe slowly it will go and finally will find its way. But at this moment, of course, on you see the bigger picture now, okay, so at one point we do have a gap here, at the same time it's looking like the flag, okay, so pattern. So going to a smaller charts just to see what to expect from here. Now, like I'm saying, it gives absolutely nothing. The only what I could draw is this level just to see that is going, so maybe it will have a little bit recovery, like touch it again without even giving anything, okay, so maybe it will give some because it got to this level where it was there before, all the levels, the market was there before, so that's why I would just wait for any consolidation. Again, see, any consolidation, I do have this area, I do have the same level again, maybe it will go high, so if it will ignore that level, let's say if it will ignore it, then I will be looking, of course, to go to here, to this area, okay, so that's pretty much it. So just for me, it's a waiting time, you know, it's like a lot of people might jump into, for example, say, okay, it does look like it's reaching the area, maybe I will sell here and then it will go up more, I would sell here, and then it's eventually it would have to have a correction, okay, a correction at least using the Fibonacci levels, maybe 50, 60, somewhere 70, maybe it will just go 50, but still chance to go, yeah, of course it can drop without creating anything, but that's the way I trade, okay, so I'm not trying to get too aggressive. So waiting for any consolidation around this area. So that's it. But like I'm saying, with in mind that a possible, we are waiting, of course, the way down. Okay, we are waiting. But as I'm saying, it can still continue. There's still room there. That's why I'm going to place trades, orders both directions. If it gives me something, both directions too, because there is enough room to still go there. And we've been there before. You see, maybe a little bit low like here, but still enough with the older protection. It still can be. So you see on the smaller charts, it's still nothing, right? It's like have a little bit of moving, not as sharp as in the bigger chart, but there is nothing here. It's in if you'll give me anything around this area. So that's how we'll be looking at placing orders. Okay, so that was with dollar, Australian dollar, and dollar Canadian. So I'm going to weekly chart again, so it will be a bigger picture too. Okay, lots of levels, so don't be scared. So I have all those levels previously, and we do have two tops, you can see, and we have two bottoms. Okay, so I could draw it and can see we are in a daily, in a downtrend. Okay, so big downtrend. So in this little area, remember we had like shoulder and we had the head, little head and shoulders also. It looked like it would have gone up. Okay, as I'm saying, but it would have been a bit sharp, but still was looking like that. So now we do have, you see, it went up and then it gave a flag, which I was also telling about previously, but like you, as I'm saying, you might expect it to continue go up, but at the same time, you see, it went down, which also is that's how Forex works. Okay, it just goes wherever it wants, but the most important, as I think, is just levels. Again, you see, it was all this mess, let's say, all this slowing down around this level. Okay, now watch out. What I'm trying to do here is to see what is it going to do. Will it actually continue the way down, or will it go up? So what is going to look more towards? If you will look at that, when we had a drop and we had a correction and then have a drop, and again, this is possibly is going to be a correction. Okay, so like wide, like this wide channel, that could possibly be. This is like a bit more smooth, more symmetrical to the previous one, which might not be like that. Of course, that's why I have this level, nowhere to put just yet. You see, that's what I'm saying. So it could continue this way. Okay, it can, if it's more symmetrical, we do have a bit of the tops. So it could be something walking and going this way. Okay, so what I do need just to have it in mind. Of course, it can stay around this area because look, it's been there before, that level. So it could also stay around here, but that's what I can see as possibility. Of course, that it should, again, we had a drop. So we do have, we do need a bit of the correction, okay, recovery. So that's why we can see it might have a bit of recovery and then go, and then we'll see, it might go to this level and then go down, drop again, be stopped by this, or possibly our new level, okay, so it could be. So, but at this moment, again, it's really hard to say anything, so all I would wait, again, you see we had a good drop, anything give us around this area. Okay, so we're on a smaller chart and then waiting for any consolidation. Okay, again, for me, just any consolidation. Right now, you can see it does look like on the daily chart like a double bottom. Okay, so it could possibly be. Then I would have to, and you see from that drop, it went back into this channel which was previously we had it before. Okay, see, it went in here. So that's what look for. See, in the smaller charts, it does look like it's inside this downtrend channel. Okay, so of course then it could be breaking point. Double tops, we still have double bottom. Okay, so it does look like still more like a double bottom. But for me, see, if it will break this, for example, channel, then I have this area because we did have it before. Okay, so I had channel here before. That's why for me, I would need a little bit more to see what is it going to be. Is it really double bottom? And if it will create me something around this area, around this level, right? Okay, a little channel. Then again, from one point, I will be placing orders buy to see it more going towards for correction. Okay, maybe that was, but let's say it will create and go back up. At the same time, depends where it will be creating. So to go for sell again, so that this time it might be trying to go and not be stopped by this level, but finally break it and continue inside this channel again. So that could be this. And also at the same time, something like this maybe it will create. Okay, so again, still towards the looking is a double bottom, but this is still would be the neck area. Okay, like the breaking point, not neck, but the area of the double bottoms. Okay, so this is going to be the main level for me. Okay, so I might see if maybe it will give me something around here, but I wouldn't think so. Like less unlikely. That for me, this level is more important. So I will be looking for it to go in here. So if it will, like I'm saying, like right now, looking at that, looking at this area. So it depends. Maybe it's a bit bigger picture. Maybe it will be again. It could be something like triangle. We have now. We see two bottoms, one top. Let's see if it might create it and then turn around and then, as I'm saying, go a little bit lower, maybe it stays around this area. There is still room, but it all will be, also, of course, there will be some news, so I need to, of course, pay attention and on the news coming and see what they're going to bring and how the market prepares before the news. But you can see why I don't like to trade like that early, still January. I mean, it was early January into December, because you have this wings. See, when the news coming, and while we still like in this kind of end of December, January, beginning, like, well, okay, it's getting too closer to end of January, we still can have these jumps and downs. Okay, so should have to be like really careful for going for the news trading. This is what I don't really like in these times to see, because this happens. It can be these jumps. Okay, so but this is the area, as I'm saying again, looking for wherever it's going to give me. And of course, on the smaller charts, I have all the levels and see where it's going to be. So, but this is like one of the main channel level to see if it is a possible double bottom. Okay, so if it's not break it, of course, then turn around, give me anything maybe here, and then I will be looking at, of course, to see if it will try to go down to this area. Okay, well, or possibly go back in here. So we will see on a smaller chart, because this is still 4-hour chart. So as I'm saying, still can use these levels, but this is still more a main level for me. Okay, so now going to Euro Pound. Okay, Euro Pound is again a bigger chart. This is the daily, and well, remember I was telling you it did look, because well, expected to pound Euro Pound to stay in this area for a while, because they're both going quite about the same, up and down. And now what I've got here another top, and it does look like more like a triangle now. Okay, so I do have two tops. I have now one, two, three bottoms, and so okay, let's see that one, okay, two, three. Okay, so now what is in here, like I was saying to you before, I didn't like these levels, these two little levels. I do like more the bottom level and the top level. So now as it is looking like a triangle, then I will see what is it going to be here. So I'm expecting that to go down here if it's this triangle. I mean, yes, it can go back. Okay, it can go back here, because the tops could be quite big and wide. So, but my main point would be for it to go down here, give me again any consolidation around here, and well, with all of this happening right now, if euro and pound will be going again the same direction, so pretty much I would think from here it will not break it, okay? It will go back and will give me a, well, we'll start to narrow down here, so right, so will give me another top here, or we'll be trying to break it to and go to at least the next level. Okay, so right here again, that's what I'm saying. So there could be a bit of opportunity to walk inside this channel, but if those two pairs are going to be about the same, moving, not no bad news, let's say too bad news for any of these pairs, then they might stay, or two super good news for one or another pair, so they might still stay in this area again, okay, in this between these two levels. So that's what I'm saying. A possibility of if it's going to be triangle, so it's pretty good from this level, for example, going here and break it and get to this level again, and then give something here and then look for again to go down. But depends, because at the same time we do have a big drop, and this does look like a big pattern of the flag. And remember, in the bigger picture, we still do look like it could possibly be a shoulder and a head, or double tops. So you see, it's still could be either, and the way down continue. Okay, so it could continue that on the bigger picture. But on the smaller one, that's what I'm saying. If I would see it as a possibility to earn some points, let's say some pips to earn, then I would wait for it to come back to this area and give me something here first. Okay, so possibly if it will go around this area, I wouldn't do anything. Well, unless it might give me good consolidation here with expectation more is continue the way down. Okay, more will continue way down, because we still have to finish the one of the tops if we do have a triangle. So, but I wouldn't go for anything if it will create around here. Okay, so I wouldn't risk it. I mean, it might like not go too much. It all depends. But this is how I would be waiting for either go to here or go to there and give me something. Okay, so give me something. Then we'll see. Okay, now going to gold, and well, the gold is also right now for me is a waiting time. Okay, so weekly, remember, okay, we were here, and when I said that I would expect it to drop before it will go back up. So you see the bigger picture we do have, it's still a big downtrend, but at the same time it's an uptrend channel. So with here right now, well, we have this important level. You see it's back up into this again, and well, if you will look through the history, usually from that level it would drop. Okay, so we did have, like, look, head and shoulders in here. Well, it probably was something around this area. We did have a good triangle in around here. We did have on the small charts, it was also looking like head and shoulders, and now in here we'll be also waiting for something. Okay, and of course the first thing would be probably expectation of it to again go down, right? Okay, so but at the same time, maybe it will have a little bit, maybe it'll give a triangle, slow down around this area or something. So, but this is what could happen. So if it will not break and will consolidate around here, so we'll be more towards looking going down. But at the same time, you never know, it could be breaking point. So it might break a bit and then reach this area, or maybe it'll go and will be stopped by our other level, okay, the downtrend channel. So at the same time, of course, it can break as we have uptrend also. So you might break everything and reach finally one of these levels, okay? Again, this is the bigger picture. This is what I see, and bear in mind. So at this moment, I'm bearing in mind that I will be waiting for anything here, okay? So when I'm going on the smaller charts, well, I'm going on the daily chart just to show you. Remember when we were here, you see, it was a gap, and then we were right here when I was telling you, waiting for it to come back to close that gap. And you see, it not always happens at the same time. I mean, sometimes it opens and closes in like a few hours, a few minutes. It could be weeks, it could be months. It took us a while. So you see, we had double bottom here, which we were looking like might have been gone, but no, first I had a drop, and then it's recovered and completely closed this gap now. So you see, with the close of this gap, that's what I'm saying, the expectation you see here already have a level which does look like one of the shoulders, and now this is possibly going to be head, which is, I'm saying, which possibly could be maybe like a little double top. Maybe it'll go a bit high and break something, but my point is just to wait to see whatever it's going to give me here. So would it be really a possible head, and then I will be looking for going for trades, because right now it's nothing. It's like very unclear picture. It's just absolutely nothing in here. Just giving me a little bit of shoulder and the head at this point. Okay, shoulder and the head, which, like I'm saying, the shoulder and the head could turn into 3 waves. Okay, so it could be 1, 2, and the third wave, right? Go up here. I mean, it does look small on the picture, but it is still a good run here, right? Quite good distance. Okay, so at this moment, just a waiting time, just to see what is it going to do. So for me, it would be better, of course, if it will create really the head, go back in here, and then consolidate around here, and then from that, of course, like I'm saying, for gold, it's I wouldn't trade on a smaller chart, so it would be bigger charts, and I was trading it on a bigger chart. Then I will be looking, of course, like to sell it from this, breaking that level, or buying from that, just to see if that's not going to be head and shoulders, right? Okay, so it could be something else. Of course, it's more looking towards going down, so more like a head and shoulders. But this is my area, would be more crucial area. Okay, so to see that. If not, if that is, like I'm saying, going there, then I will be looking at this next, would be that area, to see where, if it will go there, just like it could be in here. See, went higher, where we had also like kind of like a little shoulder around here, about the same kind of zone, about the same area. That's what I'm saying. So it's possibly maybe still have a little bit more space to go and see. We will be trying to break it or not. So that's how I see gold. And for those of you who trades pound and yen, I'm not trading that pair, and I'm not don't think I'm going to trade it. So well, we still had that little level. Remember, it was like a while ago we had it, and we had the uptrend a bit of the channel, and now we see it narrowing down here, quite well narrowing down. So well, you see, it depends. If you, well, let's say on the smaller charts, I think still pound yen better trades on the bigger charts. So to see if there is anything like small consolidation, will be around here, and then maybe like to go again buy, just in case it will continue its way up, or sell to go to this little level, or maybe this time it will finally break it, and we'll get to one of these, will be stopped by one of those levels. So as I'm saying, where you can protect yourself, and then wait for some consolidations again, like you see it here. Okay, so but this is what I see. If, for example, it will not break, then possibly, like, if it will sit in here, then you see the more it's narrowing down, would be, of course, much better in my view. And then of course it would be like just placing the orders from that level a bit higher, or from this level, okay, a bit lower. So here it's a little bit early, because it's a little bit far from here. It's still quite good distance around here. That's what I'm saying. It would be better if on the smaller chart it will give something around here, then I mean, not that long, so around this area, and then to see, protect yourself at this level, because you see it might go back and then just narrow down around here. So you see, it all depends what kind of news are going to come. There will be some news, and this looks like a possibly pretty good opportunity, civic moment, where it could be, if you know, when they're like narrowing like that, it could be really, really good moves. So that's, I see there is right now an opportunity for it. Okay, so and on the bigger picture you can see how it's going. So I do have this little bit of just that one top, but based on those bottoms, so that could be like that run. Okay, could be some kind of this run. And then on also the bigger picture, well, I wouldn't say it head and shoulders exactly, because we do have a little bit of slowing down. This is big head, and it could get to this area, which pretty much would be probably possibly around this area, looking bigger. But this is just like really, really sharp, I would say, a bit too sharp maybe. So so it's very narrowing. So it more looking like whatchamacallit again, a that's not triangle, the other one, I also getting the name of it, the pennant. So it's like, you see how it's going so narrow. So of course, like I'm saying, if there would be something, who knows, then it could be for pound, right? So it could be like really good drop from here, because it's very, very, very narrow in here. So well, that's how this looks like technically to me. So if you like the video, don't forget to subscribe, like it, and I see you next week. Happy trading, everyone. Bye.